let's boil your blood, and then we'll settle you down with some untimely reviews. So this one this came on the docket last minute. So this is coming from Sarah Fisher at Axios. New platform launches to bring TV ads to console games. So after months of testing, marketers are finally going to be able to start running video ads within console and PC. So there's a company. I don't think we have it here. Do we have the name?
Oh, we have one.
I thought we had one.
It was Simul something, wasn't it?
Yeah, you find the name, and I'll just keep reading the article.
Simul Media.
Simul Media, yeah. So what's going on?
Oh, sorry. Simul Media is the company. The platform is called Player One. So one is WON.
Yeah, I just lost my notes here. So what's happening is that they're realizing that, like mobile gaming, there's a lot of benefit for having. Like, it could be very lucrative to having. I'll just let Sarah, Sarah's rating speak for herself. So why it matters. In-game advertising, a linchpin of mobile gaming, could be very lucrative for console and PC developers, but studios have been hesitant to adopt them, fearing that a clunky ad experience would mess with their user engagement. Driving the news, so a first of its kind in-game advertising platform called Player One, that's one as in WON, launches this week, allowing big name marketers that are used to running splashy TV ads the ability to target younger demographics with similar types of spots that will run in video games. The platform, which is owned and operated by Simul Media, a TV ad tech company, will let users determine whether they want to watch a 15 or 30-second video ad in exchange for being able to unlock exclusive gaming perks. Simul Media has struck deals with some of the world's biggest gaming studios, including EA and Tencent's Hi-Res Studios. Its EVP Gaming and OTT Dave Madden told Axios. How it works is Simul Media, which has been testing the console gaming ads for over a year, collects and vets ad spots for big brands that would typically run on TV. Using Simul Media's technology, developers can code these ads into their games. They then can decide which rewards to provide to gamers in exchange for them to agree to watch an ad. Through its ad server, Simul Media is able to see whether an ad is completed. It then sends notifications that you can release rewards to the player. Rewards can vary from in-game currency to skins, costumes for gaming avatars. In its research, Simul Media has found that players are willing to watch up to 10 ads per day in order to unlock free perks. The company is able to calculate how much video inventory it needs to provide gaming companies by multiplying a game's daily active user count by 10. Adam, I'm guessing you're all for this.
I will make this as very clear as I possibly can. If you are Genshin Impact and free to play, do whatever the fuck you want. Don't care. Madden 2022, which will probably be where this starts, you do not get to do that because people have paid for your product, not for advertising. If you want to advertise in your game, do it with cleverness. For example, if you have a video game that is based in real life and they happen to be, like, let's say Last of Us would work, Uncharted. Let's say at Nathan Drake's place, there's TV on in the background and it just happens to play a Coca-Cola commercial. Who cares? If it's not forced in your face to watch it, if it's just something that plays in the background, cool, I'll deal with it. But if, in this case, it's mobile shit that they're trying to do here. This is mobile game crap. If you watch this, we'll give you 15 coins that go towards your account. It's like, motherfucker, I just paid $70 for this game. I don't care about your random coins. And to anybody who is okay with this, I've heard people already in Reddit threads being like, or not heard, it's Reddit, have read in Reddit threads that they're like, oh, it's no big deal, it's just a couple of ads. I'm like, guys, do you not understand that you paid for this product and they're putting in ads against your will? I saw people say, well, it's like this on television. You don't pay for the television. Depends on what we're talking about. Also, if you go to a bar and watch a game, you're not there to watch ads, but it's free, so it doesn't matter. And you technically, more often than not, don't pay for those channels. You pay for the cable. So, we're not talking HBO Max. We're talking ESPN. You're not paying for ESPN usually. You're paying for the box that has all the channels in it. So you're getting the game for free and getting to watch ads in the course of it. So that's one thing. But we're talking about me buying Final Fantasy 16 for $80 Canadian and then finding a way to be like, hey, if you watch this ad for Mountain Dew, you get a green sword.
Didn't Final Fantasy 15 have like a bunch of product placement?
They had a cup noodles thing, and it was actually well done because they actually put time into it.
Didn't they also have like Coleman lanterns and stuff too?
Well, either way, like it was stuff that was like made into quests that were actually like witty and fun. Yeah. Not hit this button to watch shit. That's not fair, what a game is for.
Your Madden example was not a strong example just because having commercials run every 15 seconds of gameplay would probably accurately reflect watching football in real life.
Yeah, but I didn't pay money to go watch the Cowboys, against the Bears. But if I'm playing a video game where the Cowboys are facing the Bears, I paid for that. Why are you making me watch advertising?
I'm 100% on board with you. Like, this is the exact same situation. Like, I equate this to, like, movies. And, if I buy a movie off of Google Play or Apple whatever, or if I buy a DVD or a Blu-ray, like, I'm not getting advertisements dropped every 30 minutes, an hour into the movie. Like, if I buy it, it's mine. There's no advertisements in it. That's what I'm purchasing it for. If I'm bootlegging it off of, TV and recording Star Wars on my VHS, like, yeah, there's going to be commercials. But no, if I'm buying the product that's mine, I don't expect there to be
advertisements. Don't get me started on the fact that I hate the fact that I pay money to walk into a movie theater to see a movie and I have to sit down for 15 minutes of commercials before I get to see the fucking movie.
See, I don't mind, like, it doesn't bother me that there's commercials at the beginning. Like,
I'm talking as soon as the lights go out and they still play commercials. I don't like that. Play it in your pre-show. When the pre-show is done, give me the trailers and then get the fuck on with it. I don't need to see 9 car commercials.
See, I that to me doesn't affect me because for me the experience hasn't started yet. Once the movie starts, I don't expect to see advertisements. But
no, like I said,
before that,
the second the lights are out, that's movie watching to me. That's where my brain goes. The second you turn those lights off, I'm thinking, okay, I'm only seeing movies from here on out. And the first thing, it's always a car commercial. It's every time it's a car commercial.
It's always a car commercial, and it's always like banking information.
It's always like the slow piano, the do 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 do. Great performance. When you need to go out on the highway, go forth. And yeah, it's the same commercial.
I'm gonna clip that. And then next time I'm watching movies at home in my theater room, I'm just gonna play that before it starts, just so I can feel like I'm back in the movies.
It's like it's real again. But no, like going back to games again, it's just the simple thing of like, I paid the money to get in the game. Why are you giving me stuff that would happen if I was not playing a game? Like, why are we suddenly doing this now? And
let me flip this for you.
Okay.
Let me flip this for you, Adam. We talked, I think, a week or two ago. I think we were talking with Kevin with Project X Talk. Check out that episode. And we were talking about the fact that games have gotten more expensive, especially with PlayStation. Like they're starting to talk about $80 games. If this was a way for them to bring the games down, and let's say they can start charging $40 for a brand new game, the commercials are totally optional. There's no they're not mandatory, but those who do watch it and get those perks are subsidizing the cost for others. Do you now become more receptive to this?
No, because it wouldn't happen in the first place. We're talking a hypothetical that would never happen. We'd be lucky if we get $10 off. Mm-hmm. Like, in all honesty, like, if they put ads in the game, we'd be lucky if we saw, like, $5 knocked off the price. They would just do it like nothing happened. I don't have a problem with ads. Like, I want to make this clear. I don't have a problem with advertising in the games. The same thing with movies. If you have a cleverly placed Coke can in a scene, I don't care. But if you literally have a button at the main menu screen that says watch ads for coins, go fuck yourself. That's not what this is for. If you want to be clever, like I said, like with Madden, because you brought up the example, if during halftime you say this brought to you by Hyundai, don't care. That's fine, because it's cleverly put in. If Final Fantasy 17, because it wouldn't make sense in 16 because it's medieval, if 17 goes like full, like, present day thing and they bring out the cup noodles again and it's some cleverly edged quest, I'm down. If somebody wants to do like something that actually takes some effort to make, interesting and fun for the gamer, I'm all for it. We see it, like, literally Mario Kart has a Mercedes car in it. There are ways to do it without impeding on a player's ability to play the game they're playing. I don't need a watch ad button. What I need is a play game button.
They're going to have the Bel Air Direct Knight in your Final Fantasy 16. You can get the skin to be the Bel Air Direct Knight. You know who I'm talking about?
Can I just beat him up with the Dorito fucking dagger? I don't know.
Now this brings this is pretty new, and I don't think anyone's surprised that it's EA and Tencent who are kind of spearheading this. But
no, shocking that the worst company in the country and in the continent and the worst company in the fucking world would be doing this.
My question to you though is how realistic do you think it is that we're going to see this implemented?
Guaranteed with those two companies, guaranteed. Tencent 100% will do it. EA will probably try in Madden because their customer base is dumb as fuck in that game. Look, if anybody wants to sit back and be like, I play Madden, I don't do that shit, you know that 90% of the people that play those games would not give a crap because they just want their football. Don't kid yourself. But if they suddenly try to do this, say, in, I don't know, the next Mass Effect game they're making, there's going to be some words. Not just from me, but from gamers in general, because, again, we're talking stuff where it really is with the passionate crowd that is not going to be quiet about it. And I'm among many people that say if that is the kind of stuff you want to put in every game, I am more than happy in not buying them. I have no problem. There are so many different ways, not so many different ways. There are so many different games, so many different companies that are doing things the right way at that point, that are not trying to take every little single bit of my attention away from the game I want to play. I'm okay with, buying some other stuff because there's a lot of things in my backlog or a lot of things on wish lists that I'm still waiting to get a crack at, and I can go spend my money elsewhere. Not everybody is going to be that kind of person because they're just like, well, I really like Battlefield. I have to buy Battlefield. I can't not buy Battlefield. Whereas my brain goes, I'm okay with never buying Assassin's Creed ever again because I don't like Ubisoft anymore. It's different spokes for different folks, I guess. But for me, this is a deal breaker if you're a company and does that. It will make me sad as fuck if Square Enix in the next Final Fantasy game does something that egregious. But if that's what it has to be, then fine. I can play that game too.
I don't think this is going to have legs. I think you're going to have a couple people who try it, and then it's going to fail. I think there's going to be a lot of pushback. There's going to be a lot of blowback from players in general, and that I think you might have maybe one or two franchises that do it, but for the most part, I think it's going to be...
I don't think it's going to go away, if I'm being completely honest. If as soon as they try it, it's going to... they're doing the right games for it. They're going to do it with Genshin, I guarantee you, because...
But that makes sense. Once again, that's a free-to-play game. My time is what I'm paying for that game.
Yeah. And then they'll do it with Madden. They'll do it with their sports games because, again, that customer base just seems to accept whatever the hell they give them. Mm-hmm. And it'll probably stay there. And then somebody will get stupid and try to do it in a major AAA release. It will not go very well. A lot of people will completely bypass that game. And they'll stop. But it won't stop in certain markets because some fan bases just do not seem to care. And I don't understand why, but that's a conversation for another podcast that I could do on my own for 5 hours in a row. But
yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Like I said, I don't think this really has traction, and I don't think it's going to stick around. But
I don't think it does. I just think it's going to happen, and it's going to be a miserable transition until we completely make them believe that you can't do it in every single game they put out.